Well, here we are out on another adventure to Annisquam this time. In the snow, we're going to be looking for a panorama to do. I've got one in mind and hopefully it'll turn out all right. So here we go, off to Annisquam for a really cool panorama in the snow. So here we are, headed out into the snowy Wonderland. Of course, it's now slippery as all heck. I may never get down into the driveway again. Whoa, it's nasty. Wow. Well, it looks like we're here. This is great. It's not really snowing that much anymore, but that might be a good thing. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So off we go. So here we are walking up into the pasture over in Annisquam. It's where this particular shot that I want to do is. It's an interesting photograph. It's got the lighthouse in it and a few other things, some nice trees. So we'll just have to see how it goes. I just hope that the lighthouse isn't being blocked out by the snow. A little breezy over here. Gonna have to make sure my shutter speed is nice and short. Oh, it's beautiful. Nice and chilly. But it's a beautiful spot. Just gotta watch where I'm walking here, you know. Plenty of slippery rocks and all sorts of crazy things. Just gotta watch out what you're doing when it's snowing out, you know. Well, it looks like the lighthouse is completely visible here, which is great. So shouldn't have any trouble making a nice panorama here. There's no leaves on the trees or anything. So we'll just have to see how it goes. It looks nice though. Nice wintry scene. Here we go. Right basically on top of this slippery rock here. I'm going to do it in front of it so it don't wipe out. The panorama is going to go like this. So here we go. Some of the rules that you want to follow when it comes to shooting panoramas are that you want to make sure all your manual settings are correct. And I'm going to make sure I shoot this white balance cloudy, or maybe even just straight daylight. I'm not really sure yet. But we'll see what happens. We're going to make sure that your focus is on manual, and you want to make sure that you're also actually, whoops, I'm gonna do that. The other thing you want to make sure you do is got to make sure that you level up your tripod. And I've got a leveling base on this, so that helps with this. Make sure everything's nice and sturdy. So what I've done here is I've got a bag over this right now, just until I get all the settings done. And I'm quickly going to line it up and go bink, 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 bink. Of course, we now have a tugboat going by, which is kind of interesting. I have a tugboat going by hauling a dredge barge, which is kind of interesting. Let's see if I can show it to you. You'll probably just see it in the distance. I might be able to blow it up a little bit, but it's going mighty slow. All right, my exposure is 250th ISO f8 at 60th of a second. Let's see if we can raise that. We're just gonna have to see how that works out. We actually got the barge going through, which I'm not really happy with because it kind of mucks up the scene a little bit. So I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna take another one. Well, for this pano, I used the 50 to 140, and I did a pretty extensive, like 13 frame pano, and it worked out pretty well. But overall, I don't know, the left-hand side of it seems kind of empty. So I'm not really completely happy with it. So I looked at this crop from basically the middle of the frame over, and I like it much better. It's kind of interesting. We'll see. What do you guys think? So now we scout around a little bit. Maybe there's something else here. Ooh, we got a really cool tree over here. Wonder what we can do with this. Yeah. Might be something here with a wide angle. So here we are with another shot of this tree. It's really extensive. This tree is really just spread out all over the place. So I'm having to cut off part of it, which I really want to do, but I don't think at this point I have much choice. So we're going to take a shot here, see what it looks like. Don't kill me if it doesn't look great. As you can see, this tree goes all over the place. What we're looking at here is to maybe go up all the way and cut some of it off, but we'll see what happens. It's not great, but it isn't bad. The problem was snow getting on the eye sensor, so it's been a pain in the neck. I know I'm going to have to go back in here and set the 2-second timer again. Come on. Because one of my pet peeves with this is I can't set it and leave it. This is an interesting shot. I know I'm going to convert this to black and white. There's just no way around it. There's no color in this scene at all. We got one branch kind of going out into the middle of nowhere, one leading out this way. Well, we'll just have to see how it turns out. It'll take 3 shots, and hopefully one of them will be great. My first thought with this tree was as a vertical. It cuts off a little bit on the left of that branch there. And the 10-24 did a great job. I really wanted to do it this way, and I'm not sure if I like it this way. But, you know, it's kind of interesting, all the branches that spread out at the top. I kind of like it, but, you know, there's other ways of shooting it, so here's another one. It's interesting to see how this stuff works in the cold. All right, so this is the horizontal frame up of it. Anyway, I'm overexposing here by about 3/4 of a stop. Usually helps with a raw file to do that, because what we're getting here is we're getting an 18% gray from the light meter in this camera. So all focused up, flip it over to manual, and here we go. That's an interesting shot, I will say that. This second shot of this tree is, I think, much better. It shows more of the tree, shows how it spreads out, how it reacts to the landscape around it as far as the image goes. The black and white treatment is pretty obvious, and I love the wall over there on the left-hand side. So with the 10-24, I think it works pretty well. I'd really like to hear what you guys think. Do you like the vertical or the horizontal? And what do you think of the pano? Do you think that you like the complete pano or half the pano? So let me know in the comments after you see the video. I'm going to walk up now and see how that goes. Hope I don't fall down. Well, that's it for today's adventure into the snow. It's been great. Got some good shots, I think. I'm not sure exactly how that panorama is going to turn out, but we'll see. It's an interesting experience. Always love doing panoramas. You get a ginormous file. Let's hope the laptop doesn't choke on it. But this is a beautiful spot over here in Annisquam. I really enjoy coming here. I grew up over here. I grew up running up and down this hill and over to the beach. So it's great to come back, and you're going to get some good pictures because you know the area so well. So, up the hill. Happy holidays, everyone. Thanks for watching this video of the panorama and the tree in the snow. It was fun doing it. We had a nice walk in. A little bit tougher going uphill in the snow. But either way, if you like this video and like the content, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And if you could also maybe hit the little notification bell when you do subscribe, and also maybe give me a like and a comment, that would be great. I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you next time.